Dr. Anderson, can you give us a sense of like, before you ban phones in schools, what's the normal day-to-day like? I think for a lot of listeners,
Mhm.
they probably haven't necessarily been in the era where cell phones were ubiquitous. The iPhone came out when I was a senior in college, right?
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
what's that experience like when you're walking through the halls of a normal high school? What does it feel like when you haven't banned phones, when phones are perfectly normal and accessible?
Well, what you hear from school administrators and classroom teachers is frustration about having access to the phones all day long. Because, for one, kids are spending on average about 5.5 hours a day on these cell phones, which is extraordinary. And the other piece of that is what we do know is that if kids spend more than 6 hours a day on cell phones, they tend to be more irritable, more distractible, they tend to have more disrupted sleep patterns and lower academic levels. So, administrators have really been pointing to this as saying this is starting to disrupt the school day. If you talk about the average high school classroom hallway, what you used to see before we had over 30 states that had some version of a ban or restrictions that have been imposed this year, is that, kids were basically on their phones in class. So teachers were saying that, some teachers were getting so frustrated that they were threatening even to quit because they would say that I can't get the kids' attention. The kids are on the phones all day. I asked the kids to put the phones away, and we don't have a rule where they have to do it. And so some will be compliant and others will not.